last year, as I started looking more and more into what is really going on with this COVID pandemic, all these different people have experiencing different symptoms, and a lot of them were young adults that would call me. They were either my yoga students, or they were Ayurvedic patients, or functional medicine patients, or chiropractic patients, etc. And they would call me and they would say young, and they would say, I have palpitation, I have chest pain, and they're young, in their 20s or early 30s, like generally in the millennial age range, otherwise very healthy. And so I started doing a little bit of research, and I realized that a lot of what they're talking about is effects of EMF are causing the same kind of symptomatology. And it was really interesting to me that there was an actually, in March 2020, everybody can look this up. In March of 2020, they passed a bill in the US. It's called House Resolution 6666, which is about tracing and tracking of people that have COVID, and basically tracing and tracking people who may be potential transmission for COVID, etc. But in that bill, they actually give carte blanche rights to tech companies to put out their 5G towers anywhere they want, and nobody can say anything about it.
Yeah.
And the good news, though, I'm not sure if it's a very good news or a mediocre good news, that RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr., filed a case against FCC for rolling out the 5G towers without any objection, etc., by the meaning tech companies rolling it out, and people cannot object. So they actually filed a suit with FCC, his organization, Children's Health Defense, and in April of 2020. And they just won that case in August.
That's right. That's right.
So, which is helpful. But to me, it was so interesting that symptoms such as heat without having fever, which a lot of people with COVID were experiencing early on, like they were hot, but they weren't having a fever, chest pain, palpitation, dizziness, vertigo, which are central nervous system symptoms, as a direct response to EMF. And so a lot of correlations and parallels between what was seemingly symptoms of COVID and 5G radiation toxicity. Yeah. And interestingly enough, a lot of these articles and research papers that I would find on PubMed about effects of EMF were all taken down a few months later when I wanted to source back to them.